Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Blunt with the Side of Grace.
If you don't know who we are, I'm Jen.
I'm
This is
Jez.
Jez. We're best friends who fell at the feet of Jesus, and we have been following him ever since. We're just sharing our experiences, personal experiences that we've gone through, trials and tribulations, and we're just sharing this to hope that we can inspire you to make changes, inspire you to try to be better every day, and we just hope you stick
And to
along.
follow the word.
Yeah, on today's episode, we're gonna talk dating and dating young. We're gonna get into it. There's gonna be a lot of things that maybe are like touchy subjects to talk about, but we are talking about things that people are going through daily and dealing with daily, and there's no reason that we should be shy about talking about things that people are going through. Like,
Discretion is advised.
viewer discretion is advised. We're gonna be talking about all the things that go into dating in general and the reasons why we think dating young you should even be more cautious.
Yeah, and just be more open minded when you're dating and less worried about the person you're with.
Correct.
Put
Like,
yourself first.
yes, yourself and Jesus, because Jesus brought you here. He can take you out real quick. Anyways.
Before facts. Before we talk about dating, we are going to read a verse from the Bible. We're going to be reading Proverbs 4:23. This is NIV. It says, "Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it." And for me personally, I'm a lover girl. I wear my heart on my sleeve. Like, I do everything out of love, but that's just because that's who I am. So sometimes when you love too much, or you love,
when you're completely open with your heart.
when you're way too open hearted, you get stomped on, you get used.
You just go through a lot of hardship, heartbreak, and dilemmas that you do not need, that you could have avoided, that we all could have avoided.
Everyone, yeah. I think that one's a really good one, because if you're a person, if you're a person that you do put God first, you do follow the word, you know that God was full of love. You know that God never looked like down on people. You know that God always wanted to help. You know that
Even the people who threw stones
yeah,
at
exactly.
him.
He would sit with people at the table that were bad people, that were not following his word or just going against him, and he still sat with them because he wanted to make people better, and that's just because he had so much heart love in his heart.
Okay, really quick, I want to say about this verse. You could look at it as like, um, guard your heart and, you know, don't open up, put all your walls up, be
Yeah.
the person who never dated anybody, be the person who was never in a room full of people because you just didn't want to be hurt. I don't think that's what God means.
I think a
But
lot of people think that, or
yeah,
people that have been hurt
or
before.
or stay away from people that are sinners because you're gonna be hurt because they don't live by the word of God.
Yeah.
Or whatever else. But I think it means remember to guard it and remember that everything that you do should come from your heart.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't flow from your heart, it's not true to you, it's not true to God, it's not true to your purpose and who you're supposed to be. Like,
also, I feel like sometimes, like, we make heartache like the end of the world,
mm-hmm.
and really it's just
Yeah.
like a lesson that you had to
Yes.
go through. That it's okay, and everybody
Yes, that's a super
suffers.
good point.
Everyone suffers. Everyone goes through things. Everybody loses people. Everybody has their own stuff going on in their life. But that doesn't mean that because one person hurt you that you got to go and do it to someone else, or you got to put your wall up and never
Like,
love again.
sometimes it's just you gotta take the L, but instead of making it a loss, it's never a loss.
Make
It's
it a
always
W
a
and just
lesson.
see it as a lesson.
Yeah, yeah. So just like Jez said that she was a lover girl, I feel like I can relate so much. I can remember the age that I was 3 years old and I already felt like I had a boyfriend. I was already telling my mom.
Jen was quick.
Yeah, I always. It's so crazy, like who I am today and now what I think about these things. When you're young, you tend to just want to love on everybody. If you're brought up or you want, even if you're not getting love at home, you want somebody to love on you. So you accept whatever type of love, you
Yep.
give whatever type of love. You're just looking for like
I think
the
mainly
next
accept
person.
whatever type of
Yeah,
love.
accept whatever type of love. And I know it's hard to not wear your heart on your sleeve because you want to be real, you want the feelings to be real, you want to have that like fairy tale in your
Also,
life in reality. But in reality, there ain't no fairy tales. Not even the story
I
of
think
Jesus
also
is a
at
fairy
16
tale.
years old, you're like so in love and like, oh my god, I'm gonna be with this guy for the rest of
You're
my
also like
life.
in high school and
Like
think
yeah,
that's gonna
like
last forever.
and look, at 16 years old, you're not thinking about like, oh, like everything this guy is putting me through is a lesson, or everything that I'm going through like is a lesson. I
Yeah,
do
you're just
everything
like,
for this guy. I do everything for this guy. I put him before everything. Reality is that's your problem though.
yeah,
That's your problem. We say it because we've been there, and like when you're young, you
yeah,
don't think about like, oh my god, my heart hurts so much because I'm. This is a lesson for the next boyfriend, so I know,
yeah.
what I
At that
want,
age,
what I
you're just
expect.
like,
Yeah,
I'm never moving on.
yeah. At that age, you're like, oh my god, my life is the worst thing ever. How could he do this to me? But reality, he's done it to like five more other girls, and this is just another lesson for you to like grasp yourself, put yourself first, and have a
And
career.
like,
And
just says like she dated young too and went through extra heartbreaks and hardships and everything
yeah, my world
while
crumbled.
she was in high school. But I also feel like you took advantage of your high school experience and you did a lot of the high school things,
Yeah, I did
and
everything.
you enjoyed your youth. She still does.
Yeah,
And I went the completely different route. Like the completely different route. I got my GED when I was 15 years old. I moved in with somebody way older than me, and I just basically became a wife super young, and I was just holding down a house, not even knowing how to hold down myself. And
15 years old.
and
That's
that
crazy.
relationship lasted 9 years. And when I came out of that relationship, I was like a baby out the womb
It's true.
because I hadn't experienced life. I only knew life with one person. So I
Yeah,
just thought that that's how
your
life
social
went,
life was
how every
small.
man was gonna be, how, excuse my French, but like how I was gonna have sex forever. Like that was just everything to me.
You became your normal, your
Yeah,
norm.
and before that relationship, I was in other relationships for like a year or whatever. And I also had heartbreak, but this was obviously like the thing that impacted my life and changed
My
everything.
my
My
heartaches
entire
were baby
my
heartaches.
yeah, like yeah, you did have, well, I
I've
mean,
had a couple.
no, but my first boyfriend of a year, which was like my first everything, I felt like I was gonna die for a whole week. I was crying on a pillow he gave me.
Oh,
I was like, no, how can
bro,
you
we're
leave
so
me?
dramatic. We're literally so
So
dramatic.
I understand the baby heartaches because they still hurt. Every heartache hurts, even if it's a friend,
Yep.
even if it's a coworker. Like you do create bonds and
I feel
relationships
like
with people.
sometimes even friendships hurt more than relationships. Like
Sometimes they do because the relationship at some point you know that you have to let go of the
yeah.
person, but with friendships it kind of just comes out of nowhere. So
Yeah,
I
like in
I
the
get it,
friendships, I feel like you never want to like
and like
you
there's
don't ever see like,
nothing.
oh, I can never see that person not being my friend. But in a
Yeah,
relationship, you can be like, yeah, I can see
I
us
can move
breaking up.
on. I
Yeah,
can move
like, I
on.
can see us
I
breaking
get it.
up.
I get it.
I feel
But
like for me personally, my relationships, I started dating young. I started dating in middle school. I had boyfriends in middle. Well, I
everybody,
think I had boyfriends in elementary, but those don't count. But like when I got into middle school,
lover girl for sure.
my first time making out was like in the sixth or seventh grade,
Yeah, me too.
and I was going out with some kid in middle school, and we were making out in the middle of the hallway, and bro, he was crazy. He was pasado.
No, I
He
was
was like sticking his tongue in my throat, like in the middle of the hallway.
okay.
I cannot believe
I
that.
do not condone this behavior in school.
But I'm talking about it because I
I
was so
I was
young.
still, I had shame, so I was
Oh
like
yeah, I had no shame.
hiding in the corners before school, after school, with whatever
Bro,
boyfriend
he
I
was the only
had.
boyfriend I ever did that with. Ese sí estaba loco. He was
Oh,
loco. He had a twin brother, blue eyes. You can just imagine.
the cheese, y'all, the cheese.
So for me in high school, I had like a total of maybe three or four boyfriends. I had little talking stages, but I think boyfriends
Uh,
maybe three only actually. But I was in relationships with one, like in a relationship with one from like fifth grade till my senior year. Like he was someone that I was with
so
forever. And then when we had like our breakups, that it was like we broke up one time that I did date someone else, which was the other boyfriend I dated, and it was also for a long time. But for me, like she says, I experienced high school, but we talk about dating young because when you're in high school, like you forget that you're not gonna ever be in high school again. Guys, you don't
you
understand.
literally think you live
Yeah.
a life
I
in
used
high
to want
school.
to be our age now. Like I used to want to be grown, have a job, have a car, and all this stuff, but it's so hard. It's so much responsibility. Like after high school, life gets hard, and maybe for some it can get easy, for some like it can get hard,
Yeah,
hard.
maybe you
Yeah, everyone's life is
yeah.
different, but honestly, responsibilities and bills are not easy. Like, I'm sure for anyone paying a bill, it sucks to pay a bill or
Literally.
have to go to work and like use your working hard money to pay your bill or pay
Yeah,
your
in
car.
reality,
Like,
high school is like not even close to what life is like after high school.
yeah, when I swear, like I did enjoy high school. I went to prom. I went to grad bash. I did senior brunch. I
You did
walked
all
a
the things.
I walked a fashion show. I was part of a club. I played sports majority of the time in high school. Like, I did have fun, but I had a boyfriend for all of it. So I feel like I wish I would have.
We were just talking about
Yeah,
this the other day.
I wish maybe not that I wish I didn't have a boyfriend. I don't regret it. But sometimes I'm like, damn, what if I would have not had a boyfriend and just been around all girls? Like
Like,
maybe I would have maybe focused more in college, like for my
who knows? Who knows
career.
what everything like just by dating somebody, you are changing the trajectory of your life because your interests are no longer just your interests. It's
Yeah.
his interests. So let's say your boyfriend plays sports.
Hmm.
You officially start taking time off of going to the gym
Yep.
or playing your own sports because you want to be there. You want to be the devoted girl, the devoted
I've been there.
girlfriend
I've been
with the
there.
sign, and you want to be there, and that's
Guys, we're
beautiful.
gonna insert basketball girlfriend Jez right here.
Oh my
Those
god.
those tough times that I went through.
Anyways, she's always been a well. That's what you get for liking
I've
athletes.
always like I've been a wag,
I don't even know what that means.
wife and girlfriends of athletes.
Okay,
I've always been a wag. It's
guys,
true.
take note from her.
Yeah.
It never ends well
Yep. It's
with
so
an
true.
athlete.
Honestly, I've mainly been with guys that play sports, and I mean I like it because I like
It's because you're
sports.
like
Yeah,
active.
I'm very sporty. I know my dad plays sports, my brother plays sports, my mom plays sports, and then I play sports. So I like playing sports because we can talk about it, and like
Yeah,
I like it, but also women like guys that play
of
sports.
course.
So
I avoid those types because I know that they're more obsessed with the gym or playing that sport than they'll ever be with me, and I can't have that.
yeah, it's true. Like,
So
literally, I've been
no.
in relationships where like the person I'm with goes and practices or plays that sport more than spend time with me, and
Exactly.
then
That's a non-negotiable for me because I am what's
yeah,
it called? The what's it called? The five love
the five love language
styles. Yeah,
languages.
love
She
languages.
needs them all.
I need no. I need
Time. Oh no, it's
what
a
is it called?
affection. Time.
Like gifts.
I don't know
I
them.
need quality time. I
No.
need quality
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Hold on. Words.
Actually,
No. Words of affirmation.
so like a lot of
Like, you
reassurance.
look beautiful today, babe.
Yes, yes.
Words of affirmation, quality
Quality
time,
time.
acts of service, receiving gifts, and physical touch.
For
I
me, I
need.
need quality time.
Well, what would be your top three?
Words of affirmation so much because I need it every single day.
Every single day.
Quality time and acts of service because I like my man to be of service to others.
I think mine is
Receiving gifts.
no, physical touch. I can't get that. Okay, mine would be physical touch, quality time, and
Don't
acts of
lie, it's
service.
receiving gifts, bro.
No,
This girl loves gifts.
no, dating young and being in abusive relationships with, like,
Toxic.
narcissist men or manipulators. When I was young, I was in a relationship for a really long time. It was a very toxic relationship, and it went on for a long time. Like, it got physical. It was really, really bad. So if you're in a relationship where your person, the guy that you love so dearly, is putting his hands on you or just verbally abusing you,
Walk out.
like, this is like, if you're going through this and you're watching this, it's for a reason. I have been there. Trust me, guys. I have been in probably terrible relationships, honestly, majority of my life. But it's because I have enabled again. But I think
Because you literally are like, you. This is why. Because she sees the final product or the person who she's with.
potential.
You see all the potential because they're a good person, this and that. They have credentials, whatever
Yeah.
those are,
Mm-hmm.
and you, what's it called? The expectations.
Yeah, I already meet.
She already has made expectations for her in her head, so she sticks it out. But literally, you don't need to stick it out. You see one red flag and run the other way.
Yeah,
Like
no,
in
now,
the beginning,
yes,
save yourself time. We are not blessed with a long life. Like we could die tomorrow.
it's
So
true.
why would you give even a week of your life to somebody who's gonna come and step all over you or
I
step
agree.
on your 1 week of life? Your 1 week of life counts. Like imagine you die tomorrow and the last conversation you had with your partner was like the worst things you could tell to each other where he punched you in the face.
Yeah.
There's just absolutely no reason like
I feel like that's how I think now. I feel like a guy says one thing and I'm like, oh no. I think also now I don't think of potential. You can have all the potential in the world. You gotta have it going on already now. Like I don't want to see no potential. I don't want to see that you could have an 800 credit. No, I want to see the 800 credit and everything you come with. I don't want to see maybe you can have it. No, I already saw all the maybes and all the babies ended up in the 500 credits.
also when you're younger it's easier to see the potential because you're young, you have no life experience, like you guys are not even out of high school.
Yeah,
But once you get out of high school and you're dating, like forget about potential. If that boy is 20 years old and still living with his mom and dad and works like at Wingstop part-time,
I hate you.
stop. Okay,
It's
if he was
true.
working 3 jobs, he works at public Wingstop and the gas station,
Then he's a
okay.
hustler. Yeah.
You see, like you, even if there's no credentials like list, you can see the type of person that somebody is by just asking them what they do
Yep.
Monday through Friday. Just ask them. Like people will tell you who they are right from the beginning. There is amazing manipulators, narcissists that will
Oh, I
lie,
know.
will sell you a whole dream, and you won't know till the third, fourth, maybe a year later. But
That is true.
God has given us wisdom,
Yep. That
knowledge,
is it.
that gut feeling. Like for
Mhm.
sometimes your heart is deceitful, but that gut instinct that you feel like, this person's already giving me the ick, or this
Yeah,
person already said something that
I
made
could
me
share a
question
story
myself.
on how I caught a remember when I was going on the date
Say it,
who
say it.
locked me in? Guys, I went on a date. I went on like 4 dates with the same guy. The first day, I should have known the first day that okay, this is how enabling, literally. This is this is a perfect example of don't do what Jez does. I went on a date with a guy. Had a good time, whatever. We had a good time. We ended up smoking after we went on the date, and in the parking lot, he like he kissed me, but he started making out with me, and then he put his hands on my butt. Why did I allow that?
Yeah, like on your first date,
Yeah, why did I allow that?
because you had 2 drinks.
Probably. Yes, I probably had drinks with me, but that's wrong. I should first of all
Be
we
able,
shouldn't even
even
be
with your
making
two
out on the
drinks,
first date.
you should be fine with
We
your two
shouldn't even
drinks.
be making out on the first date. First of all. And second, get your hands off my ass. But I let it happen. Then on the fourth date,
This
he
was a
scared
fourth
me.
and final
He
date.
scared me because we're kissing, whatever, and he literally grabs the back of my head while we're kissing, and he like doesn't let me move, and I like, what are you doing? And he's like, what? And I'm like, has no one ever told you that's weird? Like to put like I told him, I feel like you're arresting me. And it was like it was the scariest, weirdest thing because
And that's her grown. Like imagine doing this.
yeah, like another girl would have like me at 22, I would have let him probably leave his hand there, and then maybe told him like maybe not even said nothing. Oh, I literally asked him, has no other girl ever told you anything? And he's like, no. I'm like, oh.
Dude, when Jess told us this story, because she was like, you guys won't believe.
I was just like,
It was weird.
the first date was a red flag,
Maybe
and
he's a cool guy. Who knows?
yeah, maybe he's a cool guy. He didn't give me bad guy, but that's weird.
But those are things that like boundaries right then and there. You could just be like, I'm not gonna go out on a date with this person again.
Yeah, honestly,
Like,
guys, I have experiences to tell y'all. I have experiences. I had another guy take me to like a Michelin restaurant. A Michelin
oh,
restaurant. Super nice. I had even never had a crab. What is that? The soup.
lobster bisque.
Lobster bisque. I had it because he's like, oh, try it. I'm gonna order it for you. Mind you, this bill I know was a nice fat bill, but since he was like, I'm like, you know what? Okay, fine, I'll try it. She's always, I even sent her a picture. I'm like, girl, you would be so proud of me because I don't try things like this. And then he ghosted me. He ghosted me, but wait, it gets worse. And then he texted me again, and what did I do? I enabled his behavior, and I went on another day after he ghosted me for 3 months. And what happened after I saw him 2, 3 more times? When I re-talked to him again, he goes to me again.
Is that they're the ones that show you their behavior.
Yes, I don't know.
And then you have to be the one
That's
to
why I don't go on
accept it
dates
or
anymore.
deny it.
I literally have not gone on dates anymore.
I mean,
I just
I
been
just
going out.
think let go and let God. Like the guys sliding in your DMs are not like put on
No.
your path. They slid into your DMs.
I mean, maybe you can slide into a DM, but don't be so vulgar or
bruh,
or be baboso.
if you don't need to, if you're a smart guy, this is how you literally start, going through the bunch. If you're a smart guy and you see that the girl that you think is cute or you're interested in has a whole business, don't you think it's smarter to like maybe go get her business number, which is gonna be her number, and call her and like be like, I don't know. I just think
or
sliding
like
into
DM her business account and like be
I
like,
just
oh, I
think
just want to
sliding
make an
in our like DMs. Bro, you're not special. There's like 300 guys in every girl's DMs. Even
guy. I had a guy, guys. I literally had a guy DM me. He's like, "You're so fine, ma." And I replied saying, "Is this how men get at women these days?"
oh my god.
Like,
Honestly, the father of my child slid into my DMs, but it was back in the day when there was Facebook. It wasn't even DMs.
it was the news.
It
Social
was like,
media.
oh, when you would poke people.
Would you like for to be honest or whatever it
Oh
was?
my gosh.
Yes.
So I get it maybe back in the day, but right now there's just too many people in the DMs. And a quality man is not gonna slide into your DMs with like, "Hey ma,
Yeah.
you're
No.
fine."
That's what I'm saying. Like, if a guy like he will, even if he does slide in your DM, it could be very like, it could be something about something you post about politics or something you post about
Yes.
God,
Okay.
things like that, or something you like. Let's say you do a workout,
Or
and he's
it's
like,
just
"Oh, I would
somebody,
love to join you for a
or
run."
it's just somebody that constantly is always like liking your stuff, like all the time, and then like after a few
You
months,
don't have
maybe
to like reply like fire emoji. You're just gonna get a like or probably left unseen. Like that is so embarrassing. But you know what?
well,
Like,
they think they're doing something, so you gotta let
guys,
them.
I there's a guy as Jenny. He sent me money for my birthday, and he talks to himself in my DM. And I don't even say that to be mean, but it's so embarrassing.
Like she
grow
literally
up.
hasn't replied since. He still talks to him.
He talks to himself in the DM. Like he has a whole conversation with himself. How are you gonna meet your wife like that?
No,
Or even
he's
a
not
potential.
he's not even worried
No,
about it.
no, no, no.
He's just bored. Like they're just bored. They're just bored and they're reaching out to whatever girl takes the bait.
This topic is gonna be about sex. Like we're gonna talk about a little bit quick.
Quick, make it
Yeah, quick about
summary.
sex. Me personally, I lost my virginity at 16 years old. I was in a relationship for someone for a really long time. We broke up, and then I got with someone new, and I literally lost my virginity in 2 weeks.
Like you gave
Yeah, like I
you
was
had sex again.
no, I was with someone for a really long
Okay.
time, and he always wanted to have sex, and like we'll plan it, and every time we'll try to do it, it was just felt forced. So I just like,
you always got away from
yeah,
it
like
somehow.
no, I just was like, bro, you're so annoying. Like,
Yeah.
can we just like maybe just try to get into it or
Yeah.
something? Like, it was just always forced. We broke up, and I got with the next boyfriend, and the next guy,
14 days.
he know what he was doing, honey.
14 days.
The guy that I lost my virginity to was like my best friend.
Oh.
Like I knew everything about him. I knew everything that he was doing.
Oh.
I knew all about his little girlfriends. You know, back in the day in high school, we used to have private folders. I used to keep certain pictures in. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I used to know all the girls he was messing with.
Oh my god.
Yes. So whatever, we ended
Lord.
up we ended up liking each other, and I guess also since we had that chemistry.
Yeah. You guys were already comfortable.
Yes, and I literally went over to his house. The first we had gone to the movies, you know, back then you go to the movies, you go to like go to eat at a little restaurant, whatever. The first time I went to his house, girl, you know when you go to a boy's house, the mama don't care if you go into the room. So
Yeah.
girl,
Mostly at that age.
and I literally lost my virginity. I don't regret it because it's something that happened in life. But if I can talk to any girl that's young now, just try to hold it out. Your husband,
as long as possible.
Your husband is not in your high school, and if he is, he will rock with you till it's really a time for you guys to be intimate. You do not have to have sex with a guy to be with him for him to stay with you. Okay, I feel like back then also it was kind of like a thing though. Like when are you gonna lose your virginity? Oh my god.
Oh, that was never a thing
Oh,
for
well, I
when I
guess
went to.
for like me and my two cousins, we
Mm.
had a group chat, and we literally wrote in the group chat when we like boom, we like told each other, like obviously it
Oh
wasn't all together,
gosh.
but like for me,
No, I was never like that.
I
I
was close with
just
my girl cousins, so like and then like my friends too, like we'll tell each other the gossip. So like I feel like when I was in school, it was like it wasn't
I
like a
mean, I guess
thing.
because
It wasn't a yeah. It wasn't
everybody in high school is talking about losing their
exactly. That's
virginity.
what
I
I'm
guess that's
saying.
the thing.
Like that is
I
so
did.
talked about
I
that you
only
feel like
had
you're forced to.
I only had my high school experience up to like the first semester of 10th
Exactly.
grade. So I guess I didn't go through that. And before I got with my second ever boyfriend, I had lost my virginity to my 1 year like relationship, my first everything. And as a person who's about to get married, okay, I'm gonna get into this. When I figured out that the person that I'm with right now is the person that I wanted to marry, it hurt me so deeply in my insides before I knew Jesus
Of course.
that I wasn't giving him like the pureness that my husband deserved. Not because it was Carlos, but because whoever was in that position of husband when I do get to marry somebody should really have gotten like I should have given that to them. Not
Your
only
whole
for
like your
them,
one period,
not
your
for
one
them, but for me. Like man, I went through so much heartache, hardship, and pain
hmm,
unnecessarily. I mean, I don't regret having my baby. I have a
of
baby out
course.
of wedlock, and that was supposed to be somebody that I was gonna marry, and but we just didn't do it the right way, and we could have done it the right way because we had 9 years to do it. But there was something in me that was just not ready to. I was never ready to commit when the time came, and there was a little bump in the road. I was like, I'm out, because I always knew that. I don't know why. I always knew that wasn't my person. Like for some reason, I don't know. God put it on my heart. I just knew something. I had all the warnings before I decided to get engaged, but I was like, no, I have a kid with this person. I'm
Yeah.
gonna make it work.
Yeah.
There's no way. Like our life was stable. We had
I
a
feel like
good
also when you
life.
have kids, it's harder to just
Yeah,
walk away.
it's harder. But my point is that even for the father of my child, like I would have, we would talk about our first. Like he would tell me about his things that he did first and the things that I did first, and I'm like, sometimes I was like, dang, he could have been like
We
my
have no
first.
first.
Yeah,
We have no
he
first.
could have been my first, like at least something, and there
Yeah.
was nothing.
Yeah.
So I just think it's not. I mean, God says to be pure and hold out for the person you're gonna marry, but let's think about it also like in a worldly way. You can avoid so many like there's people that end up in jail over love. You guys, love is crazy. Love is blind. The things that you will put yourself through out of love
Yeah, it's true.
when you don't know love is wild. When you come to God and you learn about Jesus,
Love
and
is patient. Love is kind.
when you learn love like that, you don't accept the
Anything
bottom
less.
of the pit love
Yeah.
that lands you in jail, that lands you in the cemetery. Like
And lands you in
you're not
cheating,
ride or
lands you
die.
in
We're not
lies.
ride or die here, okay? We love our lives and we're not gonna die and ride for nobody. We used to take pride in that, and like really I want to be far from that. I'm gonna ride or life with you. We're gonna do life together, we're gonna ride together forever. You're not gonna take me to my grave, and I'm not gonna take you to yours.
Yeah.
Like once you learn to love and learn the love that was given to you, that you're the reason that you're on this earth right now is because God gave us
Loved us so
Jesus,
much.
loved us so much that we got to live this life. Once you learn that love, you won't accept no
I feel
Dollar
like
Tree
I feel
love.
like facts.
We want designer love.
Yeah, I want Gucci love. I want Chanel love. I feel like that's why I don't have any kids. I feel like that's why I've never, like
Been wanting to be pregnant.
I never have been in a situation where
Jez is definitely that friend that is okay with being the tia.
I'm okay with,
Like that's enough birth control
like,
for you.
yeah, I just feel like I know in my heart. I mean, when you're in a relationship for a long time and you love somebody, like, oh yeah, I'll give you a kid. But reality, like, if it were to be put at that moment, I would have never given any of my boyfriend kids. I, of course, like I said it because I love you,
Yeah, and you're
and
like,
maybe I know,
oh, like you don't know,
yeah, but
man.
like I feel like that's why I have never had kids, because I have never been with someone that I'm like, yeah, that can
That's
be
gonna
the
be the
dad.
dad.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I have met guys that have qualities, like have
Potential.
exactly, have potential,
But
but
you don't
then
even see them with kids.
but
Like,
then I look at it and I'm like, but he lacks this, or he does this, or he's not even cool with his own family. He don't even call his mom.
yeah,
Like,
exactly. Those are traits that you need to look at for the person you're
or
gonna
like
create a
you
life
don't
with.
or you don't even ask me, have you talked to your brother, or you don't even ask me, have you talked to your mom. Like, a good man is worried about his family. A
Well,
good man,
the man that you're looking for is gonna be family oriented because you are
yeah,
family oriented. If she was somebody that could live in the middle of nowhere and be by herself with her husband, that would be great. But she's not. She's family oriented. We all are. That's why we all like vibe so well together because we're always with family.
yeah, I feel like that's why I also don't even like have a boyfriend, because like
You don't want to bring him around.
no, like I do want to
Oh,
bring my boyfriend around, but for guys that's a lot. Like for some guys, like introducing you're
yeah.
so
Sometimes
quick.
you're like, just come over.
Yeah, like we are very judgmental free. Like Jenny and Steph and Daime and their mans don't care if they see me with a new boyfriend every month. They don't
Literally,
care. But
we're like,
they,
bring him along.
yeah, that's the
Whatever
thing.
one it
We're
is.
very inclusive, I would say. Like we don't care to ask someone to
We
come
just don't have
around.
any
Like,
prejudice against
yeah,
anybody.
we'll,
Like,
we'll
if my friend wants to date 10 guys, that's on her. She's the one that has to go through all the trouble of texting them back. I
remembering.
can't even text one back. I
No,
can't even call my
I
fiance
just
sometimes.
that's why I'm like, I just feel like I have like an I'm it's bad that I say I have an expectation, but I do have a standard. I do have
No, it's your
my
boundary and your
morals.
standard.
Yeah, I
You
do.
have to have
I
high
want someone
standards.
that's okay with, like, okay, yeah, I'll meet your friends, cool.
Keeping your standards high keeps you out of terrible lows.
That's
Like,
why I date and I do whatever I want now. But I know when those guys I go on date with and the ones that I do whatever I want with are not my husband. They're just nice entertainment for the moment. But the day that I meet someone that I'm like,
oh
wow,
my
like,
gosh.
or like, oh my God, Jenny, I just can't believe it. Like, he actually came to me. Like, with the day that that happens, trust me, I won't care about going out. I won't care about no dates. I won't care about no sneaky links. I won't care about nothing, because I'm a lover girl. When I love you, when I see that you are also putting the effort into me, it's over for them. We're gonna get married like in 3 months after we start dating. That's gonna be my next
That,
husband.
amen.
It might just be. I know people that get married after 6.
Praise Lord, hallelujah, girl.
Please,
You better
God.
keep going to church. You better keep
I
going
know
to
people.
church.
I know people that get married after 6 months and they're together for an eternity.
Me and
So
Carlos got engaged 3 months after meeting each other. We're literally insane. With in a room, in our
good
house,
morning, babe.
in
Good
our
morning,
in
babe.
our house. Literally, my okay. Let me say this story really quick. I got engaged in my parents' house because we were living in a room for a year. In my room for 1 year, we lived in just a room. We would literally try not to leave the room to not bother anybody. And
What a time that
he
was.
just picked a weekend like that my parents left. It's like a Sunday morning. There's peace and quiet. Hold up, let me do this real quick. And honestly, it was like I cried. It was the most romantic thing ever. And
Honestly, you don't need to
I've
have
been
a
engaged
crazy
before.
proposal to be in love, to be happy, to think that
He said
that's
I
the man
knew
that was.
before we got engaged that we were 3 months in. I don't know. I knew that we were gonna be together forever. So when I was engaged, like when he proposed to me, I was like, cool. I already was signed up.
I'm a woman that's bougie and stuff like that, but I personally don't care for like
Grand gestures.
no, like I don't want, like, if the day that I get proposed to, if my boyfriend or fiance at the time tells you guys, I want everybody to be there, you better tell him no. That I don't like that. I don't like a lot of people looking at me. I don't
You
like.
prefer the privacy
I
of the
prefer
moment,
the intimacy. Yeah, I prefer the intimacy. I prefer like being able to cry vulnerably without having to put on a show,
Yeah, like it's
or like
that
to fall on
was
my
oh
knees
my
and
god.
pretend and
Okay,
stuff like
so
that.
that's kind of what happened to me. Not that this is the reason why that last relationship didn't work out, but this
Yeah, there
happened
was so
to me.
many people around
This
me.
happened to me because I also am the same way. If you know me, I'm a simple girl, so simple. Like I'm happy with a little bit. I'd rather be intimate to like just take me to like.
I'm so sorry if you
I'm
guys hear
just.
me burping. I've burped so many
It's okay.
times.
I've been. I'm also really private. Like I like.
She's more private than me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
for
really
sure.
really private. So, dude, my last thing, like my last and now is the last engagement, but that last engagement,
Yeah,
I was
it
on
was
top
really
of.
shout out. It was shout out. It was
It
a
was
lot of
in
people there. It was in Thailand. Oh
well,
no, Bali, Bali.
yeah, it was. Yeah, Thailand. I think Bali is in Thailand.
Oh, oops.
Oh my god, not putting not
Man, I
us
was
putting.
being bad at the geography.
But it was like in imagine an elephant park in Indonesia, full of people, full of workers,
You could
full
post
of
a picture of you and Steph.
yeah. I'll post some pictures that I recently shared. Like riding an elephant was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Everything was beautiful. I was so grateful in the moment. I couldn't even believe that I was. I honestly was not expecting to get engaged at all. So it really caught me off guard, and I guess that's why I took it like I don't know.
I
I
think that's just
obviously didn't have the reaction of somebody that,
that's
that
just
wanted to marry that
that
person
just
though.
it's just like too much for me.
Like
Like
to this day, I still have love for this person. You like anyone around me knows that I really do love the father of my child, but we just weren't meant to be
yeah,
together.
things happen.
I do love him. Like if something happens to him, I'll be the
Of
first one
course,
I
yeah.
step.
So another, we just want to give you guys a little bit of a life update, really quick. From the first episode, we told you guys some things we had goals, some things we're trying to get rid of for bad habits and stuff like that. One, both of us, we just recently been working out again. We're 3 weeks in of working out. She worked out today. I didn't. I went out last night. Another thing I was getting off my bucket list. I've been going out, y'all. I've been having a good time.
I think we've both done what we said we were gonna do. Obviously, well, now we're being serious
About working out,
working
yeah.
out. Like she felt bad that she missed one day, but it's just one day.
Yeah, I feel super bloated just
Like
because I didn't work out today.
me too. Like if I wouldn't have worked out, I know I would have felt the same exact way.
So we've been working out. I've been going out again. We started running again. Not too much running, but we started
We're
running
trying to
again.
make gains,
Yeah, we're
y'all. I
trying
know
to,
I can lift 20 pounds finally.
guys, we've been trying to just a bunch of different like working out type of exercise, like
All types of things.
berries, yoga joint,
We've just
sweat
been
for
doing
40.
classes,
Yeah,
like
we've been doing
classes with trainers.
different classes.
Class pass
What else?
is amazing.
Okay, so another thing, like I was thinking about this today because we said that we wanted to smoke less, and I feel like we haven't really done any of that. I feel like we're still smoking the same, but I feel like now I just want to just smoke at the end of the day because, like today, I got lazy, but it's because I know I smoked and then ate. You know what I mean? Like, and that shit, it put me down, and then I was like, oh my god, I gotta record. And she doesn't get that way, but I do. Not everybody's the same, so I
Yeah.
just feel like I need to not smoke throughout the day and just smoke at night. And then once I only smoke at night, I know that I can start smoking every other night. Because it won't be the same because I'm smoking
I just
throughout the
think
day.
it's harder. Like we're making it harder in our heads than it actually has
Yeah.
to be. But it's so
I think
funny
I
that
think
she's
it's
bro.
think it's just
We're
us.
literally right
I
here.
think it's just us.
dog.
The thought of us letting go
Yeah,
is what kills us.
I was just having this conversation with Georgie. I was telling him it's not the thought about like taking out all the stuff in your room. It's the thought about getting rid of it.
Yeah.
Not moving it, but like letting it go into the trash bag or donating and all that. That's heavy. Like letting
Yeah.
go of something is heavy. But
Besides that, guys.
I'm just not gonna keep like
Besides that,
pushing something that needs to happen
I
gradually.
am. I need to try to push something away from me. But besides that, I feel like we've been pretty good.
I feel like if I tell myself no about anything, it just makes me want to do it.
That
so
is
much
true.
more.
That is true. I feel like, yeah, the more I say no to myself, the
I
more
don't.
I
I
want
don't
it.
like. I have. I know myself well. I have an addictive personality. I feel like when I put restrictions on myself, I end up only thinking about the restriction that I gave myself. So I feel like I can't tell myself that I'm just gonna cold turkey stop smoking
Yeah,
because
no, I'm not.
honestly, it's so crazy that you brought this up right now. We haven't talked about it, but on the way over here, like literally in the car, I wasn't talking to Carlos. I was just in my head, and I'm thinking like, I think I should just stop smoking during the day. Like I don't need to at all. And
Look,
at night, I just needed to go to sleep.
look, we've been working out for 3 weeks,
And we've been sleeping better.
Last time we were working out like consistently was back in October, and then Thanksgiving came and we went downhill.
We relaxed
But
a little.
we had lost weight. I had lost 10 pounds. I weighed myself last week, and I'm back to what I was weighing in October.
I never know what I weigh. When
doesn't weigh
we went to
herself.
October, I didn't know what I weighed. The only time I ever know what I weigh is when I go to the doctor. Literally, because I just don't. Sometimes I look so good
No, yeah.
and I get on the scale and I
Yeah,
feel
that's
bad.
so. I was just
I'm
gonna
like,
say that
no.
the scale be humbling you sometimes because if you're like strength training, you're
Yeah,
not gonna lose any weight.
we're
You're
gonna
gaining muscle.
the classes that we're doing besides berries, and I don't know, I'm good on that. I do not like sprinting.
I like
I like
berries,
sprinting.
guys.
Like if there's a race, we're gonna relay race from here to there. I'm down, but
Guys, you guys
it's
don't
too fast
understand
paced for me
berries. If you're training for a
for anything.
marathon, if you're getting ready to box someone or MMA fight someone, or you're just getting ready to join the
No, you're just
military.
like getting your ass beat
No,
every
you if you're
day.
joining the military, go to berries, guys. You guys don't understand. Those runs humble you. I personally like it because I feel like if I can run that fast on a treadmill, I can run fast outdoors. I just don't push myself. So that's why we like the classes too, because
They're
it's
guided
yeah, they're guided. Guys, we prefer something guided where we know we're there from this time to this time. We're gonna be
because
pushed, and that's
okay,
it. We're
one
out.
of Jez used to like the gym more. I've always been the type of person that hates the gym. I hate the process of getting
Talking
there.
about the gym, I'm gonna go
Looking,
cancel it tomorrow.
good job. I hate looking for parking. I hate that the gym is always packed.
And it
People
stinks.
don't know what they're doing
It
with the
stinks. It
machines.
stinks. It
People are
stinks. It
taking like
stinks.
on their phone at the machine that you need to use. Like people have no sense of reality around them when they're at the gym. They literally think they're there to look cute and like
It's true.
take selfies. And I hate the gym. Like what is it like environment? Like I
I
like the
think
classes
I
because
think the gym
people.
also like it's so unsanitized. As much as there's those
I think
bottles,
everywhere where people work out is
it
unsanitary. I'm
depends.
terrified.
No, I think the machines are worse because you're
Well,
sweating
yeah,
and then you lean on the machine and then you're like going like this and
I
all the
feel like
ugh,
I just feel
that's
like
where ringworms.
gym etiquette has changed. I used to go to the gym and see everyone with un trapito cleaning all this stuff. But unless you're an actual gym rat with your own bag and you bring
Yeah,
everything, like nobody's cleaning the machines and stuff. And I feel like class pass, besides it being guided, and if you get distracted like we do, you need that. Because when somebody's screaming at your face, do you want this? Do you want this? And you wake up this Monday morning and then
yeah.
you book this
Not
class,
only that,
you're
but
gonna
like
take advantage of your class.
they literally like motivate you. They're like, "Oh, let's move for the people that can't move," and it's so true. We get like we
We
literally like
literally
get
almost cry.
goosebumps. We get goosebumps because it's so true. You know how many people are in wheelchairs? How many people are like vegetables that literally can't even move their body? How many people are paralyzed? And we're here like swinging around,
No,
running,
those are
sprinting,
the
like
things that motivate me when I'm being a couch potato. You should use that as advice.
yeah,
Like, dude, there's people that first of all work three jobs, have three kids.
it's so
There's
true.
just so many people doing so much more than us that's what I've been reflecting on. Like the way that I was telling my friend this earlier on the phone, and I was telling him like sometimes you have to embarrass yourself, like talk to yourself and
Yeah,
be like, "You embarrassing little girl."
humble yourself.
Yeah, there's a parent out there doing it without a leg. There's a parent doing it out there with a $500 check a week with
That's so
kids.
true. Yeah.
Like, how can I not? How can I not be capable of maintaining myself, maintaining my daughter, maintaining my a relationship with my fiance? I could do it all.
Yep.
Today in the workout class, they said we could do
I
all
can do all
things,
things with God who gives me strength.
and you guys, if you have an able body, please use
I feel
it.
like that's another
And
thing.
it doesn't have to be
I
a
think
class pass or
yeah,
working out. It could literally be going to play soccer. Just wants to get into soccer. We're gonna hold ourselves accountable.
yeah.
We want to play soccer
We'll
more.
update you guys in 2 episodes.
We used to get into soccer.
Yeah,
Before.
guys, there's a field right here by my house, and we used to come all the time and literally like run the whole field and like kick goals. Like even though we're
For
not,
hours.
yeah, we
For
would
two,
be
three
there for
hours.
hours, and it feels nice to move. If I
Which
just
is
think
always, I
I
feel
think
like we're active.
I think now though, like coming into 2025, I think we're a little bit more like grateful that our body works. I feel like we're more grateful. We feel like the
Well,
spirit is moving through us while we work out, especially like when we're at the
Jesus
classes.
and like
Guys,
physical
you
activity.
guys don't know. As Jen, we went to Berries. I was sprinting like there was a lion
I was like,
chasing
no.
me. I have never run, and plus, mind you, this is on 8.0 incline. I was running like like literally a lion was chasing me, but in my head, I'm like, bro, look at all the strength that God is giving me. Like, push, push. I
Bro,
just kept
she
saying, like,
honestly left me in shock that day. But
I
I'm
was
not a
like,
runner.
push,
She's
push,
more of a
push,
runner.
push.
I was like, bro, I'm never booking this class again. That was my
No, guys, after the first berries class, she's like, I don't know if I'm gonna do this again. And
and
then we went the next
I
one.
already had the next one booked. And
I
I
was,
showed up that day. I told the trainer, like, I don't know how I booked this class because I took one yesterday and I could not even. I literally stepped out for like one of the parts of the set because I was like, Am I fighting for my life in there? Did I just sign up?
You do fight for your life.
You really are like asking for strength, every single sound strength. But honestly, you guys,
2025 for me personally has been really good so far. We're going into the third month.
what is she talking about? 2025. We're already almost in April.
Yeah, well, my first 2 months of 2025 have been really nice. I've been, feeling. I've been getting. I was gonna make a video on TikTok about this the other day. You know how like women say I'm getting my pink back when like you're
After they give birth.
yeah after you give birth and you're feeling yourself. I feel like I have been out of a relationship for a long time. I was super like ugh relationships, and I was like ugh
She was
going out.
about
Like I was
love.
just like ugh about everything around me, and like now like I want to go out, I want to meet people, I like talking to people, like I want to have a good time. I'm 26 years old, I need to enjoy it. My whole 25 year
She's
old.
also a person that can easily like revert, and
Yeah,
I know she's on TikTok and stuff, but she can literally just be on her phone all day
yeah, I could.
and like not talk to nobody. I could never in my million years not call my grandma if I was bored. Like
Yeah, for
just
me,
I'm that person that needs to
I'm
constantly be.
introvert or I'm extrovert. I
There's
either
no between.
yeah, I don't want to talk to nobody. I will see your message and probably reply 2 hours later and just
And it's
scroll.
nothing about you. It's all about
Yeah,
her.
it just me is my internal thoughts and facing my own battles in
Also,
here.
also I feel like wait. Also, I feel like I've been that friend to Jez that's like, don't go introvert. Don't go like please tell that person that you do lashes. Please go do your tooth gens. Like
Yeah,
I feel like I
we'll be
tell her
back, y'all. They're
I
coming back.
I
They're
tell
coming
her
back.
to I try to tell her things to stay motivated because for me it's always just come naturally to be social. I feel like I was raised by my parents, my mom and my dad, but
Yesterday, I
I
was
was
the
always
social butterfly.
I was always with my grandma and she just never had any shame of like being embarrassing and all that stuff. So I feel like I grew up just always not embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed to be embarrassed.
I am.
And that's what holds her back from like talking to a new person.
Yeah, I'm
Or
super embarrassed of
she needs
being
to get
embarrassed.
she needs to get in the business of not being embarrassed.
Yeah, I feel like yesterday, like now that I'm going out more, like yesterday I talked to the guy at the bar, like not like trying to get at him or nothing,
No,
but like just trying to have a
it's
conversation.
okay. Like, dude, sometimes those people that are like not talking to anybody are waiting for a conversation. Like,
Yeah, like what if he was having a
bro,
bad day and just needed to
yes.
talk to someone?
What if God put you at that bar and that seat for a reason? Like with that bartender,
Yeah,
it could
that's
have been
true.
any other bartender.
Yeah, I feel like
It's
yesterday
just
I was the one who spoke to him. I don't even know how the conversation started, and
I'm glad.
yeah, and I was like, oh, like whatever. I think he asked us like, oh, if we was like, have we been here before? Oh, he's like, oh, I've been on the jet ski all day. I'm like, oh, that's like I just
Wow,
yeah, I know. I was
He
like,
was on the
you
jet
pay for my
ski.
drink or what? Whatever, but
Typical Miami stories.
but like like it was nice to be social. And then when we went to the next spot, I also was the one. I talked to the two girls, like I went up to them. I'm like,
Dude.
hey, like I do lashes because they're models. I'm like,
Uh,
oh, I do lashes. I showed them my lash page, they followed me.
you
So
see, like just being ready to receive, like be ready to give, and you'll just receive. Like
without even trying,
yeah, sometimes we're like, oh my god, they're looking at me. Like nobody's looking at you.
For real,
Literally,
that's a fact.
nobody's
I
looking
I
at
get
you.
like that sometimes.
My sister's the same exact way, and I get it. But is that my mom raised us like, don't talk too loud, or
Can relate.
don't tell people your business.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and that's literally giving me the opposite feeling.
If you've gotten here, if you've watched this long, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We're always sending blessings to you guys. We're always praying for our subscribers. We're always praying for our followers.
We
We
hope
always
that you learned something. Like,
yes.
we hope you could take something from this video. I know our personal experiences are like every life story is all over the place, but sometimes you
We
don't
just
have
want to share wisdom with
no,
you
yeah,
guys.
sometimes you don't have to go through it. Like you can literally learn from the people around you and not put yourself in those positions.
Yeah,
I think my sister
there's
took,
like a little saying that's like, oh, you don't learn until you go through it. That's not true.
that's not true.
You don't have to go through certain things in life to learn. You cannot go through them and be wise and be like, you know what, I don't want to go through that
You don't have
because
to.
I already know the result of that. Like you don't
Yeah.
need to go through that. Like heart you don't need to go through heartbreaks in life to succeed. You don't
Okay.
you don't need to go through heartbreaks to succeed in life. You just need to be wise. You need to move smart. You need to put yourself first. Put the word first. Talk to your parents.
Move with a method.
I feel like a lot of young adults or people nowadays don't like to talk to your parents. I talk to my mom about everything. Like not everybody is like that. Not everybody is super
even has a
but
relationship with their parent.
I literally share my dating experiences with my mom. I share my sneaky links with my mom. Like literally sent her a video of us at the rooftop yesterday, like of me and my friend. Like it's okay. They're the first people that you should be talking to. They've been through it worse, and they've been through it worse.
Sometimes our parents are scared to come to us, but we can be open. Our parents literally are scared to come to us,
Yeah, I go to my mom for
but
everything.
we still impose ourselves on them.
Sorry
And like,
guys, don't mind the bird. She's just saying hi.
she thinks it's the morning. Sometimes we need to be the person who starts the conversation. Sometimes we need to be the person that just watches from the sidelines. It just depends. Like, whatever God puts on your heart, do that. If it feels good, do it. If if you feel called to talk to somebody, don't be like, they might not accept what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's okay. If they don't, you just turn the other way and you're never gonna see them again.
and you tell them thank you for sharing, like
Like, thank you
giving
so
me
much.
those 2 seconds.
You just, we hope that you guys can relate. We hope that you guys enjoyed the video.
Sure you subscribe, like, follow, share. Also comment down below what other topics you guys would like to hear from us, since we talked about like relationships, dating young. What else would you guys like to talk about? There's a lot that we can talk about that correlates with the Bible. Everything that can happen to us in life here
Like,
happened to Jesus Christ in real life as
the
well.
word,
The word is just a fountain that never runs out. He always gonna give you more. Even if
more
you ask
wisdom.
for 100 times, he will give you the 101 time that you do ask. So we hope that you guys love this video. Maybe give us ideas on something else we cooked in the last video. Now we're talking about relationships. We're back in our outside
We
setting.
could do whatever you guys want us to do. Honestly,
Maybe if you guys
we're
want
down to do it all.
a makeup tutorial with
No,
us.
no, 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 no.
Makeup tutorial, me
Give
styling
us a
Jen.
challenge.
Yeah,
Get makeup tutorial. Give us
Well,
a challenge. Give us
also
a challenge. You guys can leave us, like, if you can relate to maybe the smoking thing, maybe the dating thing. Like, you've been on 15 dates and you're like, F this. I'm gonna take a month of staying to myself, working out, focusing on me. If you guys want to create a challenge, we can create a challenge. Like, you guys give us ideas. We the point of everything and the reason we made this podcast is to better ourselves, better the people around us.
Yeah.
Like, give you guys something to hold
Examples.
on to, something like, give you guys something to look up to, or maybe even to learn from.
Yeah.
Instead of, we could be on here talking about garbage nonsense that's not gonna help you in your everyday life. Um, and we love you guys. Honestly, we created this out of love, and we just want to keep pouring love into it. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate you, and we'll see you guys in the next one.